All right. Who is excited to come and see the Mixed Media Society? I know I am. We have an all new big fancy pants one that I want to show you right now. The reason I'm so proud is that I housed all of my clubs over Unteachable from 2016 to 2025. And in 2025, I completely redid the Mixed Media Society. So everything in here is all shiny and new for you. And I'm so excited to give you a tour around. So as a Mixed Media Society member, first things first, you learn to paint and you learn to mix your media. So I teach painting in watercolors, acrylics, inks. Those are the big ones with a little side of gouache thrown in. So, and then of course, how to mix your media so that you don't make a mess, right? We want masterpieces and not a mess. So the primary thing that I teach is my Hamburger method. That's my signature method. It's become a book. Annual members, by the way, get a free signed copy from me. And if you're monthly and you ever want to switch to annual, just let me know. You can do that at any time. And everything that is delivered to you is all done via email. So please, please, please make sure you put Karen at awesomeartschool.com in your contacts list so that your emails don't go to your promotions tab. They don't go to your updates. They don't go to your spam. They go right to your inbox. Otherwise, you're not going to see all the monthly workshops that I host, all your new lessons that come out, all the giveaways that we host. You're going to miss everything. So, but don't stress too much about the email because I also have a place where I save them all for you. And it's up right at the top of the screen where it says to view all Sunday newsletters, go here. So in this Sunday newsletter, I recap everything that's come out, that's new, and like what is coming up and what we've just covered as well. So if you do misplace any, you can actually just click the black bar up at the top and scroll down, and here are all the latest newsletters that I've sent. So you can actually get caught up really quick. I also send a video like this one in every single Sunday newsletter as well, which is nice because there's always like more than meets the eye to just kind of what the lessons are coming up. So feel free to go and don't be shy about clicking that black button if you want to figure out what you have missed that way. Other than that, too, we also have a calendar. And I know a lot of our students are like, what's something you just came out with? Like, what are the latest lessons that you just dropped? I don't know where my email is. I forgot about the black button. If you go to this pink calendar and latest lessons button right here, right above my circle head, this will unveil the monthly calendar. You can click to download it right here. And it also shows you the most recent recorded lesson and the most recent live workshop. And from time to time, like I just released like a free surprise bonus cross club lesson that I gave to everybody just for fun, just as a surprise. And so anything like that will show up there as well. You never know what you're going to get here with your hanging out with me. I'm a little crazy. You never really know, but I promise it's all good stuff. So the other buttons across the bar, the dashboard is this home. That's what you're looking at right now. My library is where if you've bought other courses or you're in another club, over 50% of all of my club members are in the Wonder Bundle. The Wonder Bundle is someone who is in all three clubs, like I just said. But when you do join a Wonder Bundle, you actually get one club free. So I have three clubs. I have my drawing club. I have Celtic Collective, which is a fantasy art club. And then I have the Mixed Media Society, this is the tour that you're watching right now. So yeah, almost over half of everyone are in all three. But again, you get one free. So again, if you ever want to do that, just reach out and let me know. That's totally fine. We have two Facebook groups. We have a small one that's just for club members. And it has all the club members in it, but that's because there's so much crossover. So that one takes you to the private Facebook group. The big Facebook group is where I host my giveaways. I have a huge giveaway on the first of every month. You, as a club member, get to you can enter as many times as you want, and all you have to do is you just have to learn the hashtags, which you know what, I put them in the calendar latest lesson section. Actually, that would be really nice to have them front and center for you. But you just use Mixed Media Society as your hashtag, and then you are automatically entered to win. And you might already be a member of my Facebook group. That's how some people actually stumble upon my world, which case you already know about the giveaway, but that's how to get over there. And then I'll have a whole nother dedicated video about the supplies, but this art supplies just goes to my Amazon shop when it has some of the like basic supplies that you'll see me using over and over and over again right there in a click for you. And then the last tab is my cheat sheets. I'm famous for my cheat sheets. People literally chase me around YouTube requesting all my cheat sheets. Little do they know, I don't give them all out on YouTube because I have so many. So as many as you think, I have people who literally like make it their job to hunt me down and all the places request them. First of all, as a club member, you don't have to request anything ever again. You have them all right there. There's over 30 of them. And a lot of them are over 30 pages themselves. They're almost like mini ebooks. So I have everything like from how to draw, 5-minute faces, color on composition, perspective. I have a lot of things that you can't find on YouTube that are club exclusive. They're in that cheat sheet file right there. So that's all. That takes care of everything on the northward on the screen. This button leads you to the video where you're watching right now. Hello. Okay, and then you have two ways that you can find things. You can either scroll down. This is like the pretty visual way, which is my favorite way. And then you also have this bar over the top, which is the listicle view of the same stuff that you're seeing right here. So this one it's just a different view. But you can also search. This is why I moved. This is my main reason for moving away from Teachable is there was no way to search. And when you have almost 400 lessons, you're going to want to find something quick. And my students were not finding anything quick, and it was a disaster. So we moved over here to make it searchable. So I'll show you more on that in just a second. Let's just talk about what classrooms you get to access, because when you sign up, even if you're a monthly member, you get instant access to the whole kit and caboodle, right? I never hold back. So as you can notice, most things have a blue thumbnail, but there are some few things that are in different colors. So I just want to start there. They're on very much on different colors too, on purpose to help guide you to find, so you know where to start and where to access things that interest you most the fastest. Okay, first of all, there's a whole help section here. So this has individual videos, has this tour. I also created a little help packet that I will email you when you sign up. You can print it out. It has like login instructions, has like how do you favorite a lesson, kind of like what the heck are the two Facebook groups again, like how to download. So there's some things in the help section that you can peruse. All right, now what are these two things? So I have these two special classrooms. So these are for beginners or people who are new to either painting or new to my world and what the heck the Hamburger system is. So the Hamburger system, in case you are new, is this is a method I've been using, completely my own method that I invented years ago accidentally when I dumped a bottle of Mod Podge smack in the center of one of my mixed media creations. And it turned out to be the best oops moment of my entire life. And frankly, of my entire art career. It totally transformed the way that I do art ever since then. And I've locked that sucker right in. So the accelerator, that hot pink classroom in the middle, is the awesome Hamburger accelerator. And you can start there to learn about my Hamburger system. I teach this generally on YouTube. I have like one video that talks about the whole thing. But this is actually, I have like a whole classroom dedicated to each layer. So you can kind of get like right to it. Let me make my head smaller. I just made it way too big. Okay, so you have one dedicated classroom for each layer, and then one like big one or two, in one case, there's 3 classrooms. So you can learn all about it, and also alternatives. That's a big question too. Like, I don't have this. Can I use this? A lot of times the answer is no, you may not. And I talk about those things and why that is in each. So this is a great place, and you cruise through these really fast. You can do each one of those in a day. This is not like homework. It's like fun work to discover how this whole thing works. If you ever get lost, you can also just go back to the dashboard button, and that resets you to your homepage every time. Just a little cheat on that. All right, so that's the Hamburger accelerator, gets you up to speed. And then I have all sorts of Hamburger lessons that are done with that process. So in case you go through that accelerator and you're like, I'm good to go, I know all about my Hamburger, now where are the Hamburger projects? When you go up here, you can actually search for Hamburger, but I will show you. I'm going to click on search filters first. These are all of the words that when I was loading up the lesson into the Mixed Media Society, these are like search words that describe the different aspects of the artwork. So we have who's teaching it, what format is it in, what if are there punches, was there tape involved? It could be a theme, it could be the subject, or it could be the primary art supply, background, substrate, etc. So those are ideas and words that you can actually search for. And to search for a word, you just have to put the hashtag symbol in, and then you write the word. So my hashtag is hamburger, which sounds ridiculous. I know. I'm going to put hamburger, and then I'm going to put figure, because I want to do something with a figure. Now, the other day, it took a while to load because it's searching through a lot of projects. All right. And it will come up. It'll come up. Now, sometimes the search I'm noticing isn't necessarily, sometimes I do figures if it's like a portrait is like neck up and figure. If there's anything part of the body showing, I will often use figures. Sometimes things come up. Oh, I know why. Because figures is the name of the classroom, Karen. So dumb, funky faces and figures. So yeah, that's probably not the best search term. But you have all of the lessons that have funky faces and figures that are also hamburger. So here you go. And as you can see, there's quite a lot. I am still new. I'm making this tour only one day after loading up all the lessons. So even I am still learning, but it's been a ton of fun to kind of like bumble about and see how it all works. And here you go. So as you can see, there's a ton of hamburger lessons for you. Make sure you do the previous and next tabs at the bottom. I didn't see those for a long time. They were kind of hidden. So yep, there's a whole ton. There's awesome aerialist, Alex, triptych in acrylics. How is that for alliteration? I love Speakeasy Showgirls. I have a thing for alliteration if you hadn't quite figured that out yet. All right, to get back to the dashboard, you click the dashboard button, and here we are. All right, so that was all about the hamburger and what that is. The other classroom I wanted to show you was the Solo Supply Speedway. So this is in yellow right here, as you can see. And I need to rename it the All Solo Supplies because a lot of people need this to be alphabetical, and the S does not come after A. So I'm going to rename that so that it should be in the middle. So it's the first thing you see. And what this is if you click on it, this is where if you are a beginner to any of these mediums and you're super scared about learning acrylics, inks, gouache, markers, it's alcohol markers, and watercolors, you can start here. So this is the Solo Supply Speedway, meaning it's only focused on one art supply, not mixed media, where we're going to get you up to speed quickly. Okay, so they all start either, you can go in order. So the first one is always like an introduction. And then we get, we'll do some easy lessons. So here's the introduction, we'll say, to watercolor. And then we have some like super easy lessons, and then regular easy lessons, and then some medium difficulty lessons, and then an advanced lesson. So it literally gets you up to speed. And that's the Speedway. Now, these are not the only watercolor dedicated lessons in the club. I just pulled these out because I thought they'd be good ones to do in order, again, to like get you up to speed. And that also brings me to the color of the thumbnails are significant. So the pink ones are easy peasy. And I'm talking about the background here, these background colors. This teal color is a medium, and the yellow, when it's the big background, is advanced. So that one's advanced because there's a lot of drawing in it. And speaking of drawing, I don't have any drawing requirements in the Mixed Media Society. I usually provide traceables, so you can transfer or trace my final or a reference onto your paper or your canvas, and then we paint from there. So if there isn't a specific traceable provided, you can always print off my final. You always have my permission to trace mine. So you never have to know how to draw. I teach all the drawing in the drawing club. Okay. So you don't have to worry about any of that. So that's the difference between the accelerator and the Speedway. So Speedway is one supply at a time, Solo Supply, and then the awesome Hamburger accelerator is to get you up and running, because I have so many hamburger lessons. So other than that, you can poke around here and enjoy. There's all these different themes. We have flowers, fantasy. I love to interview other mixed media artists because I know I am not the only amazing artist out there. No, no way. And other artists have their own total systems and ways of doing things. So I love to talk about that and learn what other people are doing. So I have interviews in there. And then these are different classrooms where you can enjoy. So just be aware that the Funky Faces and Figures is only mixed media portraits and figures. And then there's a whole separate a classroom here, which is solo supply silhouettes. And these are portraits that only have the one supply. Okay. So sometimes I do like to focus on all my energy into one face and not do mixed media, but mixed media, it's also good to have your single supply figured out before you start mixing it with others, because it's much more predictable as to what's going to happen, and it sets you up for a lot better success. If you have a favorite, you can click this star and it will actually save them into a little favorite section. So to find that, you just go to my favorites right here. Those are the starred lessons. So I wrote that for you so you don't forget. And then I just saved it. So here she is. So I can come back to her later. And if you're done, some people use this to like mark the lessons that they've taken, or mark the lessons that they saw and they want to do later, or they can mark their favorites as well. All right. So just two more things I wanted to touch base on, and then I will let you go play or let you sign up. And that is, you do get books. And to find your books, I made this yellow so you don't miss it. And it's super obvious where all your books are hiding out, but you can find them in here. I'm an author of a lot of books. And so I want to make sure that you have the ones that I think are, first of all, that I've given to you for free. These are all the digital versions of all of these. They're also a number of these, like Skin Tone Secrets, the Mixed Media Hamburger System, My Heart Planner, and the Lesson Tracker are also available on Amazon as actual paperback books. And I mentioned before that a special right now for 2025, starting in, what month is this? April to, I don't know when this will end, I'm doing signed copies for the Hamburger, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. So that is your tour around. And to download them, you just click on them and then you can download them to your device. This I stopped updating when we moved to the new site in April 2025, but there's still good information in there. You can for sure go check it out. You can download the whole thing and then print off individual pages. It's a black and white, so you can flip through it, but it's still relevant. So I'm going to still leave it in there. And there's a lot of supply information in there as well. Because the membership grows all the time, it's always growing. I spent years updating it, and it came out of control. And then when we moved to our new home, I completely kind of reorganized. So it didn't make sense to keep doing that anymore. Plus, the biggest reason I started doing that was to help people log in and find their way around, because it was nothing like this. There were no pictures to any of the lessons. Nothing was searchable. So I had to kind of like in text to walk you through, and none of that is needed anymore. So we're at such a much better place in our new home. If you own my Mixed Media Magic book, you also get all the lessons free along with those as well. And of course, I'm adding new lives and new pre-recorded lessons every single month. So we're always inspired by new things. I also sometimes drop a cross club bonus, which is like one new lesson across all the clubs. I do that about every 6 months just for funsies, just because I want to, I don't know, I just like to give you stuff. So there you go. And then again, if you want another home for my cheat sheets, is down here, but it's also, I wanted to make sure it was in a clickable button right at the top, so it's super easy peasy. And that is your whole tour of the Rockin' Mixed Media Society. If you're not a member, what are you even waiting for? And if you are, what are you waiting for? Go click on a lesson. Let's go and have fun. Okay, bye. I said sun, but I meant fun. Okay, you know what I meant. All right, bye.